Welcome to the Multidimensional Realities podcast, your portal to cosmic insights and soul liberation. I'm your host, Ebony Shalom, interdimensional experiencer, divine channel, and quantum energy specialist. This is no ordinary podcast. It's an experience that has the potential to transform your reality as you know it. Together we explore divine insights and bring light to the collective consciousness. Are you ready to enter the void? Moving into our heart. The energies, incoming energies for this week, please. And what we will be feeling in the lower vibrational realms. What is keeping us looping in unnecessary patterns? And how can we overcome them? What is the pathway to that higher vibrational realm? So the energy, I'm seeing relationships, I'm seeing people fighting, and they're like family or lovers, and they're yelling at each other again. So this must be related to the throat that we were just talking about as well. So the energies that are stuck in the heart and keeping us looping in that lower vibrational realm that are affecting our heart is also to do with the throat and the expression, like not being able to speak our truth. And then these miscommunications and not feeling heard. And so we're having these fights with our loved ones, and we're being asked to reassess if it's necessary to express ourselves in that way. Is it doing any good? Is the situation changing? Or are you going around and around in circles? And are you weighing your own heart down because of it? And if the answer is no, it's not doing any good. Nothing is actually changing. And yes, my heart feels heavy. Then asking yourself, why are you staying in that situation? What is the point? Because when we truly love people, we won't scream and shout at them continuously, looping in this fashion. Someone will do something for the situation that makes a change. Or both people will examine their own behavior and become consciously aware of their exchange and how they're feeling. And I feel that the fear of letting go, the fear of change, the fear of the unknown, and the patterns of behavior, learnt behavior, and just the energy lock or the resonance there is keeping us in these really toxic loops, these really lower vibrational loops. And so if somebody doesn't change it, it's not going to change. So getting real with the situation and asking, can we fix this situation so that we can communicate better? This might be with a parent, it could be with a lover, it could be with your child. Wherever the situation is that is continuously looping and you're in these fits of rage to the point where it's hurting your heart afterwards because you know that you're actually not like that and you're also not expressing or being heard. Like something needs to change, because as a collective, we're going round and round in these low vibrational loops. And so we either figure it out and we let go in some way, and create the changes necessary, because it's worth actually building a strong foundation and moving forward with healthy relationships and feeling heard and loved in the world, than what it is looping in these cycles and patterns that don't serve us and aren't allowing for us to grow and feel love and feel free to express ourselves and feel safe and feel heard and honored. So I hope that helps. That's what I can see. Take what resonates, leave the rest. What can we do? Sorry, before we move on, what can we do to make this situation so that we all feel loved, valued, respected, heard, and encouraged to speak our truth and grow individually and together? And if there is no solutions to those, then the choice is yours. Stay looping or find a solution that removes you from the situation. Subscribe, share, and become part of our cosmic community. Welcome to the Multidimensional Realities podcast. I feel like that's like a really generational thing as well. There's patterns of behavior because of like inner child stuff and the way that we were brought up when we were younger, what we experienced as children. If we haven't learnt to let go of those energies and process them and look at them and understand them, to be able to process them, then we can keep reenacting those in our relationships and in our family dynamics. And so that is the problem. This isn't just focusing on a particular relationship or anything like this. The problem is probably like generational, and it extends from either family things passed down or ways in which you experience life as a child and haven't been shown how to process the things that really impacted you energetically. And so those energies stay in your system and then express in relationships that are as close as what your family dynamic was when you were growing up. Even if you didn't feel close, it was you were living in the same environment and experiencing that. And so that's where working to understand the experiences that we had when we were younger and growing up, where we felt out of control, and the sadness at any certain point in our life, the jolts in energy that we experienced that potentially changed the way that we thought and feel in the world and towards others, that took us out of our loving, carefree nature and potentially made us feel scared or sad. Going back to those points and closing your eyes and talking to that version of yourself, that child within you at that age, and let them know that it's okay, and that you are able to take the reins and look after that little person of you inside and keep them safe. And just acknowledging what they went through or you went through at that time can release the energies through the acknowledgement. And by you going into that space and looking at it for what it was and knowing that, that was a really shit go for you. And now that you're an adult, you can choose, because you know what that feeling is like to do different, to treat others differently. And you know what? More importantly, treat yourself differently. You're not disempowered. You don't have to be sad and scared. You're an adult who is more than capable of creating a loving environment that is free from whatever you experienced. And that's how you process things. And when you put that into action, that self-belief in yourself, and you start changing things, you shift that energy with the acknowledgement, and it lets go and is removed. It dissolves. You shift out of that vibration. And so there's a lot of people that have potentially just buried those things and not gone back to look at them, or held on to them and been told that they're like going to be broken for the rest of their life because they've experienced these things. And it's not true. You have the ability to shift out of that frequency and not experience the same feelings of that experience, by understanding that you have the ability to keep yourself out of those experiences and not impose them onto anyone else, and also that circumstances are different. And you had that experience, which has made you aware of how it feels. And if you don't want to feel it, you don't have to. You don't have to recreate those feelings, and you can do that for that little child inside of you as well. I hope that helps. That was a little bit of that just came out. So it's okay to let those energies go now. Subscribe, share, and become part of our cosmic community.